UNLV's ROTC Ranger Challenge team has been training hardcore since the beginning of the semester to compete in the National Ranger Challenge event being held on November 5th. All right, Maria, thank you so much for that. Staying on the subject of COVID, if you've been going to the grocery store lately, you may have noticed aisles looking a bit thin. I spoke to a local grocery store director who gave me a little insight into how COVID is affecting food inventory, making the demand for product a challenge. Inflation continues to spike throughout the Las Vegas Valley. Gas prices have been skyrocketing along with the housing market. But what does that mean for college students here at UNLV? Tax season is upon us, and our own business school is offering a new service to help students. We'll tell you about it after the break on Studio G. There's no doubt having a healthy lifestyle will protect you from lots of illness, especially if you know how to combine organic versus conventional products. Studio G reporter Ramon Elizondo has more. And back here on campus, UNLV is keeping theater alive amidst the pandemic with classic plays like Antigone. Our reporter Caitlin Bustamante has more. Well, if you love boba, you may have noticed it being just a little bit harder to come across amid the COVID-19 pandemic over the summer. I had the chance to speak with a local boba shop to see just how they've been impacted. UNLV Office of Service and Learning has held their latest Delivering and Serving Hope, otherwise known as DASH event, where they made and donated over 1,000 sandwiches with the help of over 120 volunteers. Their last 6 events have surpassed their goals. They hope that by addressing programs of hunger and poverty with UNLV students and others who experience homelessness, they can make a positive difference in the homeless community. Their last DASH event will be sponsored with nothing but bundt cakes. If you would like to sign up, you visit unlv.edu/dash.com. All right, to tell us a little bit more about Project 150 and their efforts to help youth in our community, I'm joined now by Senya Roybal, Project Manager and Youth Council co-founder for Project 150. Senya, how's it going today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. So can you tell me a little bit about the history of Project 150? When did it start? How did it start?
Yeah, of course. So we started in 2011 with one high school, Rancho High School. They did not have the necessities they needed for the 2 weeks for 150 students. So they didn't have food or hygiene or clothing, which are obviously basic necessities that these students need over winter break. So our co-founders decided to give back to that school. That became on the news, and next thing you know, we're in 72 high schools now, currently servicing over 6,000 students.
Awesome. So it kind of just blew up from there. It turned into something big. Are you guys stay in, as you mentioned in the story, you guys are just Las Vegas and Reno, correct?
Correct. Yes, just Nevada, Las Vegas, Reno.
Okay, perfect. Tell me a little bit about what you do as far as the organization goes. What is your title and as far as your efforts in the organization?
Of course. So I'm the programs manager and youth council co-founder, as you mentioned. So as a manager, I work with all the programs that we have of our holiday meal assistance, our scholarship program, our caps and gown services, and any other kind of entity in which we don't necessarily provide on a regular basis. And so we work with our community partners to make sure we're providing those further assistance to our students.
Okay, awesome. Talk to me a little bit more about the community partners, because I know while we were doing the actual interview, you mentioned that you guys get donations almost every single day. Talk to me a little bit about that process. How do you guys get the community involved?
Yeah, so we definitely do our best to engage with other partners, which allows us to then bring in our volunteers as well as fellow supporters who drop off their donations of clothing, food, or hygiene and school supplies on a daily basis. And then we also have our community partners who donate to us monetarily through corporate and or local sponsorships.
Got you. Thank you. And as far as the students themselves go, you said they can come in every day to pick up the items, or is there like a limit? How do you guys keep track of all of that?
Yeah, so we are, our Betty's Boutique, which is open at our office off of Rancho and Gowan, is available to our students Monday through Friday from 1 to 4, in which they can shop for free once a month and get 10 outfits, shoes, accessories, hygiene, food, and school supplies.
Awesome. And I know we were talking a little bit before we started our interview here. You were telling me that you just came from an event.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we just wrapped up our Thanksgiving holiday meals, in which we serviced 2,000 families with providing them with a pre-cooked turkey and all the good sides in just one box for us to deliver to the schools the next day. So we wrapped it up just today with 2,000 meals going out to those around the valley, including our rural areas.
Wow, and you were dropping them off at each school, or
Yes.
was there like a...
Yeah, so we had 5 big trucks going out there delivering all around, and our school counselors and teachers and social workers were there to accept it on behalf of all the students.
All right. So talk to me, I know Project 150, as you mentioned, does the necessities as far as donating to the students, allowing them to shop and stuff like that.
Right.
Talk to me a little bit about your scholarship opportunity, because I know you have a scholarship recipient here who has
Yes.
received one of your scholarships. So talk to me a little bit about your scholarship.
Yes, so Ashley, along with about 47 other students, received scholarships from us this year. We were able to allocate over $125,000, and that's including UNLV's matching fund, so thank you. And then also we partner with any in-state colleges, so that's including trade schools. The students the only thing that they have to do is go on our website, project150.org, and they'll be able to see all of our scholarship information. It's required a 2.75 GPA for current college students, and then also 3.0 for high school students. So we're accepting incoming freshmen as well as current college students attending any college here.
All right. So Ashley, I'm going to turn it to you now, since you are one of their scholarship recipients. Tell me how you heard about them and how the scholarship has helped you.
So I heard about the scholarship through my boyfriend, who he applied when he was a senior in high school, but I decided to apply once I was already a college student. And so far with Millennium and FAFSA, they have tremendously helped me pay for tuition of my schooling right now, and I currently have no loans, which I'm so grateful for, and that's
awesome.
Grateful to Project 150. So I'm fortunate enough that I don't have loans, my tuition is paid for, and I can fully focus on school right now.
Awesome. That's actually a wonderful feeling. I can speak of experience from that. It's one of the big reliefs, not having loans or anything else. So how many times can a recipient, can you receive the scholarship more than once?
Definitely, yeah. So we've seen a lot of our freshmen graduate, so it's just a matter of reapplying and making sure those grades are matched to our GPA, which we match it with a Millennium. So it's once you lose a Millennium, you might be losing ours, but however, I've never seen that in the time that I've worked in a scholarship program. So, yeah.
All right. And then just lastly, where can we get all of the information? What are your socials? What are your website links?
Yeah, so you can follow us on social media with Project 150 LV, and that's on Instagram and Twitter, and now newly TikTok. And then Facebook, it's just Project 150, and our website is project150.org.
All right, Senya and Ashley, thank you so much for joining us. I do appreciate it. All right, we hinted in our last show about having more student spotlights, tossing it to our reporter, Mia Nakamura. Speaking of activism, we have in studio with us today Lorenzita Santos, who has been recognized by Clark County as an outstanding female leader in Women's History Month. Welcome, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is March, so it is Women's History Month, and I hear you were awarded an award by Commissioner Tick.
Yeah, so I was at the Clark County's office and I was given an award for my activities I do at my organization.
So talk to me a little bit about your organization. So you're the organizing director of One APIA Nevada. Tell me about what it is and how you got into role.
Yes, so at One APIA Nevada, we work to advance the interests of the Asian Pacific Islander community here. And a lot of what we do is create incredible events that involve getting the community more involved with just activism in general.
So talk to me about some of your values with your organization. I know you guys use an acronym CHEESE.
Yes.
You want to explain that to me a little bit?
Not only are we always hungry for the amazing food that our community gives out to everyone, but we also are hungry for change. Yeah. We have C in the CHEESE, it's comprehensive immigration reform. Then it's H, health equity, E, education equity, another E, economic justice, S, sustainability and environmental justice, and the last E is expanding democracy and equality.
Wow. That's absolutely amazing. So talk to me a little bit about what it is that you and your organization do in the community. I know you guys go and do different kinds of cleanup and stuff like that.
Yeah, so going into the S part, which is the sustainability angle, we've been doing a lot of park cleanups across Las Vegas, 2 a month since July. And it's mainly to get our Asian community more involved. We partner with a lot of the key clubs and Kiwanis organizations across the valley. And a lot of the time we're trying to connect conversations with the youth to their parents on why climate is such a huge issue for our community with rising sea levels, and as well as taking care of our elders, especially with this heat. It's very important that we try to have these conversations with our community.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is something of major importance. So do you guys do this, you guys switch out often, like which parks you do or where you participate in your cleanups?
Yes, so most of our park cleanups actually happen in Spring Valley Park. That's because in that district, it's about 30 to almost 40% Asian American and Pacific Islander. So we really try to target our community, but we've been going around and we've been having park cleanups with all the commissioners. So we've had it with Commissioner Justin Jones, Tick Sager-Bloom, William McCurdy, and it's been really fun getting everyone involved in these park cleanups.
Definitely going to only advance the diversity within, going from one place to another and keeping that going. So talk to me about some of the other things that you do within the community. I know before we started, you were telling me a little bit about the K-pop sleeve.
So some of the things that we really work on is, again, trying to get our community involved. And BTS, as you know, BTS will be here very soon in Allegiant Stadium. And a lot of our events that we work on is with our boba shops. So we have photo cards of the BTS members with our information in the back on how to get involved with our organization. We'll also be at Allegiant Stadium giving away information freebies to our community members. So we're very excited. Just partnering with boba shops, getting people involved. Yeah.
Wow, absolutely amazing. Well, Laurencita, once again, congratulations on your award. Definitely well deserved for all you do in the community. So thank you for coming in. Let's go back to Maria at the desk.